So, have you been applying to online teaching jobs and getting rejected, ignored, or once you finally get a reply and land a job, you still find yourself facing a couple of problems? Problem number one, you are competing with a high volume of teachers for a very low volume of students. Problem number two, you find yourself unable to fill in your availability, which affects your ability to reach your monthly income goals. And number three, killer commission rates that are being offered by the big ESL companies. And if you're an English teacher and you are currently in that situation, then this video is definitely for you. And welcome to my channel. My name is Sipe Sitle. I make videos for aspiring online ESL teachers and help them kickstart their careers and learn how to teach English and make money online while being at the comfort of their home. And if this is a topic that interests you, I highly recommend you hit the subscribe button and like the video if it helps you in any way. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the support. And it is another video. We just reached 7,000 subscribers and we are well on our way to 10,000. So really appreciate the support, guys. And without wasting too much time, let's go straight into today's video. Before we start, I just want to quickly mention that, guys, if you are looking for a way to make money without putting in any work, without putting in any effort, and without dedicating actually a lot of your time and also hard work, then I really genuinely recommend you switch to another video, because this video may not be for you. Because when I started my entire online entrepreneurial journey, I literally had no idea that it would come to this. And essentially, when I started, I was a different person as I am now. The first thing that I kind of had to change was my mindset, from being a wishful thinker to being a proactive planner. And what I mean by that, I kind of had to teach myself to stop being, okay, I wish to have this, I want to do this, I wish to do that, I wish to do that. And kind of change my mindset into being, okay, look, I have to do this in order to do this. I have to do this in order to achieve that. And essentially, when that started happening, that's when I actually started to see any kind of like real progress. From when I started recording my first video, which you guys, I'm hoping you'll know, to actually the progress that I've made right now. Not only with just my YouTube channel, but also with teaching English as a whole. Because let's be honest, when I first started out, I literally had no idea what I was doing. Literally had no idea what I was doing. And no, you are not in some weird seminar being hosted by Leslie Chow, giving it to Mark Wahlberg, telling y'all to...
It would be this: don't be a don'ter, do be a doer.
One of those videos. I just wanted to quickly mention to you guys that what I'm about to mention here, it's like literally, it's going to require you to put in the work. It's going to require you to be patient with yourself, and it's going to require you to like not be discouraged. All right. And I understand, especially in a country like South Africa, because I know 90% of my audience is South African. In a country like South Africa, where resources are limited, where opportunities are limited, it is especially for the youth and adults as well. Some adults find themselves in very bad realities. It is very important that we make our own opportunities. And my main problem, especially with teaching English, number one, is that the commission that was being offered by companies was extremely high. And that is not a shade to Preply. Preply is like, has been, when I first started, it kind of like opened the door to ESL for me. So I'm never going to speak bad about Preply. However, I do feel like they can make a couple of improvements within the platform. So high commission rates and free trials. And when I started calculating, I said, okay, look, if these free trials, if I was getting paid, I would be making so much more money, because sometimes the student did not come back for regular classes. And as much as that is okay, but if maybe you do a free trial and then you start teaching and then they also take a cut. So that kind of feels like, you know what, I am being ripped off. So these are just shock jaw commission rates. So that was my second problem. And then finally, my last problem was student availability. There was actually a period last year in 2023 in the summer. In Europe, it's usually like in June, July, August. So between that period where I was only having like 2 or 3 classes a day. And if you're a person, especially then, I was still in university. I cannot imagine if you are an adult, like you have to pay like full rent, you have to pay bills, you have responsibilities. Right? I cannot imagine being in that situation. And in that situation, I started thinking, okay, how can I actually solve this problem? What are some things that what are some steps that I can actually take towards solving this problem? And for me, I just started thinking, okay, why not make my own company? And as crazy as it sounded at the time, I honestly did not think it was possible, because I just thought I was just, okay, wishful thinking. And then a couple of months later, eventually my students came back from vacations and I started having classes again. But then I still felt like, okay, I'm being underpaid. I'm not being paid as much as I deserve to be getting paid, especially for the amount of work that I'm putting in, you know? So I just was not fulfilled. I honestly just was not fulfilled. So I just thought to myself, okay, why don't I just start my own thing? Because let's face it, being a small company of having 20 to 30 students would be far more valuable. Just right after November, when I started thinking, okay, I'm definitely going to need to start my own school, because let's face it, having 20 to 30 students in one school will compensate me a lot better compared to being in a marketplace whereby I'm competing with a high volume of other teachers, and there is like 100,000 of us competing for like 60 or 70,000 English students. All right. So that's when I started my own school, which brings me to today's video: how to start your own English school and make it a business. And let us begin. The first thing that we're going to speak about right now is the business plan. And when we look at the business plan, I want you to think of what kind of school do you want to have and what role do you want to have. Do you want to be an active owner or do you want to be a passive owner? What I mean by that, active owner, you're going to be the one teaching. Of course, you're going to make a lot of money, but you're going to put in a lot of your time. Okay, you're going to put in a lot of your time. Or you can just be a passive owner. In that way, you are going to be just handling administration costs, handling everything, like sorting everything out, but you won't be teaching. You are going to have you're going to have teachers who work for you, and then you can pay them or compensate them for their work, and then you take your cut for setting up the school, finding students, and sourcing them classes. So you have to think of yourself as that way. And then I started thinking, now how can I make sure that I make enough money if, one, I am an active owner, and if I am a passive owner? Because if I'm a passive owner and it's just one class, then that would mean that the prices of the classes for students would have to be ridiculously high for me to make myself a decent amount of money, and also pay my teachers a decent amount of money. So it just was not making sense. I had to find a solution that could balance both. And then I started thinking, okay, why not just have group classes? Because in the past, for other companies, I had done group classes but get paid for a single lesson. And then I thought to myself, okay, these companies, they were probably getting paid from all of these students. And that's when I thought of the group students method schools. So what essentially we are trying to do is having multiple students pay you for one single lesson. So what's going to happen is, let's say, for example, we say our prices for group classes are $6, right? Let's just say $5. It's $5, and we have 6 students in one group, right? So we're going to have 5, bring us a total of $30, and that is per hour. Now, from that $30 per hour, I have enough money for myself, and I have enough money to pay my teachers. So having about 6 students per class for the remainder of the schedule. So from 4 p.m. up until 9 p.m. So those 5 hours, what I would do is have 6 students pay me $5. And in total, it adds up to $150, right? So that is $150 a day. And if we are able to get enough students to be able to get that $150 5 times, so Monday to Friday, we are able to make $750 within a week. Remember, guys, $750 within a week. That is this much in rands. I'm gonna check it in rands, and that is a week. And when we multiply this by 4, giving us our monthly income, it adds up to $3,000. And when we multiply this $3,000 to the conversion rates, it's currently 17.8. So it adds up to 53,000 or 54,000 per month. And that is me being a active teacher. And if I was a passive owner, what was going to happen is per hour, I was going to have a fixed budget for my teachers, right? So let's say I would pay my teachers not 5, not 6, but rather a fair, decent pay, which is $8 an hour. And where are we going to get teachers we need to find teachers whereby in their demographic area, in their geographic area rather, that money is enough and a sustainable amount for them. So we can look at countries like South Africa is one, Mozambique is another one, Nigeria, Kenya, especially Kenya. There are very, very good English teachers in Kenya. So we have to find companies whereby we can take advantage of the differences in economy, because we're gonna be getting paid in dollars, right? And so from that $30, and we minus the $7 or $8 for our teachers, then we have money for ourselves, which adds to around $21, $22. And when we look at that, right, those $22, me myself as a teacher, I was only making like $12, $10 per hour for every class in the big ESL companies. And remember, it's not every time where I had classes. So, and that was the main business plan, which was to try to maximize group students. Of course, I can offer private classes as well. Maybe I can recommend private classes for weekends whereby I'm not really like doing much, and I can take the single classes, the private lessons, one-on-one lessons, and I would teach them. I would take those classes, but maybe not even that much. The goal is to prioritize having group students and group learners, especially kids, because guys, kids, they will not be absent because their parents will be paying for them to come to class, so they will not be absent. At the end of this video, I will be speaking about the issues that you will definitely encounter once you start building your own ESL online business, and how we are going to solve them. So it's going to be on the last segment of the video, so please, I recommend you stay for the last part. If you've been following my channel, you know that I've been speaking about building a course for like forever, ever since I started this, because I created a post like in January telling y'all that I'm starting my own school, and then after my school had been running, I said, okay, maybe I should build a course teaching you guys exactly how to do that. And that is what I have done. And right now we're going to be looking at the overview of the course. Right now we are in the course, and so the name of the school is going to be ESL Academy Business School, and they say hard work pays off. I've been feeling paid off, and that is a direct quote from Future Hendrix. If you guys don't know Future Hendrix, check out the songs. But now guys, this is the course. So let's go back, let's go next. What is happening? Is it not clicking? All right, so firstly, let's look at the overview, what you're looking to get, okay? Firstly, there's going to be an introduction explaining thoroughly, a thorough introduction of the business model, how we're going to about structuring, how to choose a geographic area, and exactly what we need to do and what analysis we're going to take into the population of the geographic area that we can choose. I'm going to be giving it's going to be an in-depth course where I'm going to be basically building the school in front of you guys, from the introduction, choosing a geographic area. Secondly, we're going to go on how to make a good quality website. And this part number 3 is especially important if you don't know how to teach. So if you're starting off and maybe you're not really confident, then I'm going to teach you exactly how to teach English. And then part 4 is going to be a comprehensive layout of all my material. And guys, I have paid over 10,000 for this material. I think I've paid, to be exact, like 15,000 rands for this material, because I was trying to look for the best material ever that I could use to teach my classes and make sure that the students come back and have everything laid out for me in one place, instead of if I want to teach and test various aspects of English, it's all comprehensive in one place. So that's why I invested a lot of money in the material. And then scaling, and then marketing, administration duties, and obviously the conclusion. And this is how long we are looking, okay? If you're gonna take the course, and this is how long you are looking to complete it. Now, this is a proposed timeline. I know we have different availabilities and we all do things differently. So this is just a proposed timeline. Day 1, you must be able to do the introduction and do your website. Okay, you should be able to do that. Day 2, if you don't know how to teach, then you will obviously, you obviously have to do this. But if you do, then you obviously can skip this part. You can have a look at the class material, and it is a lot of material, guys. It is like 30 gigabytes worth of material, but it's all access. It's everything that I have ever collected teaching English. And then day 3, we're gonna learn how to scale and then how to market. And then day 4, you can go through the administration duties and then reevaluate and restructure. Because remember guys, I told y'all about optimization, continuous optimization. This is very important. So we're going to be looking at everything, doing a checklist to say, it's okay, did we follow each and every step, every single path of the way? All right. So in the how to make a website, this is what's going to be happening. Firstly, we're going to create pages. We're going to design the website. We're going to integrate a booking system. So this is going to allow students to actively book to your classes without your knowledge, like, because it's going to be a website. It's going to be just like Preply or just like Cambly, just like any other big English first. They must choose a timeline when a teacher is available. So they're going to choose a timeline for their classes when they are available and when you are available as well. And then pricing, we're going to go through pricing, how we're going to structure the pricing according to the business model. And then the domain is basically www.school.com. So the domain is like www. Like your link, like your direction link for your school. And then a payment gateway, this is how we're going to set up payments for you getting paid into your account. Now for South African teachers, payment gateway is very important. So just first off, just make sure you have PayPal. Secondly, I will show you how to activate card payments. Okay, and then how to teach. There's going to be a teaching method. I'm going to explain my teaching method. You're going to learn how to conduct lessons, class demonstrations, and this demonstration will be recordings of me teaching kids and me teaching class, and how to keep things interesting, because your students are obviously going to go, if we're always focusing on curriculum, no, we have to switch it up. We have to have conversational classes, there have to be video lessons, and so on. So this part is actually important. Even if you do know how to teach, then this may be important for you as well. And then let's go on quickly, guys. I'm running out of battery. And then now for the material, guys, the material, my God. So as I tell you guys that I've paid over 15,000 for the material, and all materials combined are worth approximately, for the Life English series, for the adults ones, there's different packages, there's different like material for each and everything you want to focus on, but it's all comprehensive into one thing. So for the adults, it's worth $500. For kids, it's worth $450. In total, it's comprehensively worth $950. And this is important because it plays a huge factor into pricing the course. But don't worry, guys, everything is completely affordable. But this is a comprehensive, a comprehensive folder with everything that you're gonna need. Good quality. There's videos. There's literally everything you're gonna need to teach English while also keeping classes interesting. And then obviously we're gonna dive into marketing, how you can able to scale up businesses, how we can identify opportunities, challenges, and potential pathways for success. And then this is basically the marketing strategy, right? This is what we're gonna be going through. There are some things that I obviously cannot disclose here on the video because obviously for the purpose of the course, but essentially I definitely, whichever package, whatever you choose, you're gonna be able to get 5 students, and you're gonna be start teaching, and you're gonna be making 5 to 10,000 rands, just basically off the start, definitely within the first 4 to 5 weeks of the course. And then scaling, we're gonna teach you how to scale employees, language students, scheduling, and how you can hire teachers, good quality teachers, based on your school and the recommendations that you want for yourself and the requirements that you will need for your school. And then we're going to handle administration duties. So this can be cancellation policies, rules for students, rules for employees. So these are very important because we want everybody to be on the same page, and we want everybody to know exactly what is expected of them. And this is very important. And what you can do when you present yourself to the students, present yourself as a third party. If you're an active owner, present yourself as a third party. So just say, okay, we are an organization, and when I'm teaching and these things happen, let's say maybe you come late to class and so on, these will apply to you. so students don't continuously come late without facing penalties because they feel like they know you and you're the owner, and you have to be a little bit understanding. So you have to try and maintain a strictly professional relationship with them. So we're gonna go through how to do that. And then finally, oops, the pricing. Okay, let's just move on. So guys, with the pricing, as you guys know, that the teaching material itself is worth like 16 to 17,000 rands, and it was not easy for me to just like let it go like that. And for the pricing, I asked you guys, because I literally had no idea how to price the course. So I asked you guys how to make the course, and how to price the course, and y'all agreed. This is what y'all said. I'm just gonna post y'all's results here. This is exactly what y'all said. And then I also asked AI, and this is what AI said. Literally, this course is worth this much amount of money. And this necessarily didn't mean that I'm gonna be, charging this amount for the course. No, obviously I'm gonna be a little bit more reasonable with that. And because you guys and I had agreed on 350, so I kind of had to bridge I had to kind of bridge the price that you guys told me, and I had to bridge the price that the course is actually worth. And I had to create value for you guys, and also create value for myself, and also my efforts into putting everything together and basically giving you guys everything that I've learned in teaching English. At this point, I don't even know what next video I'm gonna make, because I put out everything for you guys. If you buy the course, you can just not watch my videos, because I put out everything for you guys here. So I kind of had to find a gap between that, and instead of making the course like 10-20,000, no, that is not realistic. So AI, boo, not realistic at all. So firstly, we're gonna have a basic package. All right, so this is the 350 where we agreed on, and this one you're gonna be automatically enrolled into a community group. So there's going to be a community group with all the students together, and automatically you're going to be in the community group. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to teach you how to do the website. These are the aspects we're going to offer, and then I'm going to teach you how to teach in case you don't know how to teach. However, with teaching material, it is currently restricted, so there is no teaching material for this package, because there are some teachers, who will not require teaching material, and they can get themselves the basic package, which is 350, really, really affordable. And marketing, how to market your school, how to make it successful, and marketing campaign setup. So this is basically the simple steps, and I'm gonna definitely help you get your first 5 students. And the next part is administration, cancellation policies, and rules for students. And this is basically the offer for the basic package. So if you choose this, you're definitely set. You can be able to set up your school, and you're gonna have a very good quality website. You're gonna know how to teach. There's gonna be an automatic booking system, and you're also gonna be enrolled in a community group. So it's a very good deal. But if you want everything comprehensive, and you don't have any teaching material, and you want to know how to make your business bigger, you want to scale, and you want to basically have everything that I have learned, in my ESL journey, then you can choose this package, and this is what you are going to get. So firstly, we're going to teach how to make a website. Going to teach you how to make a website. There's going to be the how to teach, so you're going to learn how to teach, keep things interesting, effective trial class, and then in this part you're also going to get my live class teaching demonstration. So you're going to get my live videos of me teaching. There's going to be 4 or 5 videos of me teaching. Actually, yeah, there is already like 5, but I'm planning on adding a little bit more right now. And then there's going to be the teaching material, and this is basically what the teaching material will pertain. Kids apps, learning games for kids, adult games for adults, books for adults, so level beginner, like complete beginner, to a little bit intermediate and advanced level, grammar books, audios, and videos. These are very important to make sure that your classes are engaging and that the students can be able to come to you. and know that class is not going to be boring. We're not going to be learning the same thing over and over again. And then conversational class material, this is a separate material on itself, and each conversational class material is designed to make the students read, answer, speak, ask questions, speak, read, and also make errors, and you can make corrections with the students. And there's also going to be some grammar aspects included. And all the conversational class materials is also arranged from complete beginner level to a little bit more beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So all the teaching material, and then you will get the complete marketing. Some aspects, guys, I cannot disclose it, but you can expect to get the first 5 to 20 students. When you utilize all of these aspects put together, you can expect to get 5 to 20 students. And in that case, you're going to be looking at making like 20,000 rands a month after you finish the course and after implementing all of these steps. And then scale, how we're going to scale, manage large students, not as in big students, but large like as in large groups of students, right? Employees. And then how we're going to scale, what's the difference that's going to make us from being maybe a 5-10 student school to being a 20, 30, 40, 50 students number of school. I'm going to teach you how to do that. And then we're going to go through administration duties. So this can be cancellation policies, very important to implement rules. This part is also included in the basic package. And the 2 extras that you guys are going to get, obviously the community group is obviously included. And then number 2 is going to be 2 coaching calls. So you can schedule 2 meetings for me, both for 40 minutes. And in the meetings, you can literally like talk to me, ask me any questions. And if you want me to help you optimize your school, then I will give you valuable insights on how you can do that and how I have done that as well. And that is actually very important. So we can go with optimizing your campaign, we can go with optimizing your website, we can go with you can optimize like the entire structure of your school and the geographic area, how we can tweak it so that in your geographic area you're at least able to get like 20-30 students that come from that particular geographic area. Okay, so the 2 coaching calls are very, very important. And guys, that is basically it. However, right now, what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to make the premium package available from the time I upload this video for 14 days. So for 14 days, this premium package will be available for $350. So this premium package will be available for the basic package price. So right now, if you go ahead and go to the website, this is the website link below, and you will definitely see that instead of getting the basic package, you can get everything included for $350. However, after 14 days of the video, if you're looking for the premium version, you may have to pay the full price. Okay, so make sure you just check it out quickly right now if you are interested. And that is basically it. And you got this. You guys can definitely do this. Let's go, Tim. Side Hustle Hub. But guys, that is basically the course. I've put in everything. It's taken me a long time to finish this course, and I've given like everything that I know into this course, and it's a comprehensive way to successfully, you're definitely gonna have a successful school with this. And now we're gonna get to the last part of the video.